is that particular time of day in a Disney park, which I think is special to all of us. And I'm talking about those big fireworks shows that so often end the day. Within Walt Disney World, there's Harmonious and there's Disney's Enchantment, both of which are in line for changes in the very near future. And the even more exciting prospect of Fantasmic coming back in just a few days' time. So, Wafflers, what for you makes a good fireworks show at the end of the day? And which one is your favourite?
Not having the barges set on fire.
I was going to say that's improved Harmonious.
No,
Because it had caught fire the other day.
Burn them all.
Maybe they're testing it.
Burn them.
When they know, maybe this is the thing. When we know that Harmonious is it going to be undergoing a few changes next year?
Well, something's happening to it.
Well,
by burning down the barges. Brilliant. I am all for that.
Claire, you'd have no part in that, would you?
Stargate, though.
No, there are a lot of rumours that it is going to be a complete change because a lot of things haven't gone to plan. But to answer your question, Jill, I think the thing about a fireworks show, it has to have the right feeling. You've got to the end of the day and you are surrounded by 1 million people, shoulder to shoulder, all focused on this one show. And it's just something that you've got to have that buzz, that feeling of going that this is the end of the best day that you've had in the park.
Yeah.
So whether it be the music, the story, there's just something about... And I don't think Harmonious has had that effect on a lot of people.
No.
And I know Claire, it's one of your favourites.
So the rest of my family haven't seen it, so I will, of course, make sure that they have the opportunity when we're there. So by the time this comes out, they will have enjoyed that opportunity. And I'm sure I'll be able to update you when I come home as to how much they enjoyed it. Harmonious for me was just missing that's exactly as you say, Ben, the special something that. So I'm someone who I'm very intuitive, and it's all about how things feel and how they sit with me and how they make me. How I experience them is all about feeling, and it's all about that natural, organic expression. And for me, Harmonious just felt clunky. It felt it felt like technology doing its job, telling you the story. Here are the films. This is the music that went with that film. Boom, lovely. Not. This is Disney. This is the feel that I get. This is going to pull on your heartstrings. This is something that's going to make you go, oh my goodness, this is like exactly as you say, Ben. This is something that's going to make me feel something.
Yeah.
I felt frustration and irritation about the fact that they hadn't done more with it. They hadn't gone that extra step. It felt very functional. It had filled a gap on... It filled a gap on World Showcase Lagoon that didn't need filling, number one. But it had filled a gap in the evening that they needed to fill. Now, this is just my personal view. I know some people love it. For me, Enchantment, on the other hand, absolutely hit those feels. It had something. There was that whoosh of emotion when Main Street lit up. There's something, the story that pulled you through, and I think that that's probably the difference with Harmonious that was missing for me, was that organic story, that thread, that golden thread of the magic that pulled it through.
Yeah.
See, Harmonious was one that was pitched to us as going to be sort of the big show of Walt Disney World. It was going to step up from... It was going to step up from Happily Ever After. It was going to step up from everything we'd seen before. And technologically it has.
Yeah,
but the problem we've got, we've just got loads of metalwork in the lake that we didn't want. because it
I think
disrupts
this
it
is the
all.
thing, Ben. Technologically, it is a step up. It's outstanding what they've done with the screens and the
But
water.
they've ripped the
and-
heart out of Epcot because
But it's heartless.
But
Yeah.
before
From
we had Epcot Forever, which was a temporary show. We were told it's temporary. Harmonious is on its way, which is going to be better than Epcot Forever. But Epcot Forever had heart. It had Walt. It had Figment. It had everything that we all got to know as Epcot.
Well, so I would challenge the fact that there are two groups of people. There are the people who are like us, who are die-hard Disney adults who want to listen to Deep Park Radio. We want to feel like we're riding, Haunted Mansion on a Sunday morning while we're eating our breakfast. It's part of our lives. It's part of our psyche. It's part of something that goes with us every day in everything we do. And we can find that magic in different places. And then you've got a group of people who are there because it's a theme park and there are rides and there are films that they liked and they want to see that. And the skill of an amazing fireworks show is getting those two groups of people to meet in the middle somewhere. Harmonious for me just doesn't do it. It hasn't got that congruency in the middle. It hasn't found the middle ground, that grey zone, which hits the needs of the diehard Disney fan, but also the new family that are there who are Mulan fans or whatever it is.
Yeah.
That grey zone in the middle is absent. So neither group necessarily feel it is their show. That's how it feels to me. There's like this void in the middle, which is the sweet spot for the perfect Disney fireworks show, which is what Happily Ever After met. It's what Wishes managed to do. For me,
Fantasmic has
Enchantment
done,
hits it,
and
right? And reflect, did Illuminations. I think Illuminations was very, very unique. I'm not sure that did do that very well.
I think
it's there for so long that
it was there for so long. It was part of it.
Yeah,
we knew that was part of it. Where with Epcot Forever, we've had the bit of veggie, fruit. We've had so many bits that were
I
added
would
in.
have loved to have seen,
and it was incredible. We had jet skis and it felt really strange to be a temporary show.
Yeah.
So it's.
What about you, Peter and Jill? What do you think about the fireworks shows? What hits your winning feels?
I'll start. First of all, I'm imagining. I got this picture in my head of Claire dressed in black with a balaclava on, setting fire to the stuff in the middle of the lagoon.
I wouldn't be doing it myself. I'd just pay someone else to do it.
Oh yeah, duh.
All we need to do is just those cannons that
got that Esther,
You just need to use them and point them at the right direction.
Indeed.
Yeah.
For me,
drop a drone.
For me, if it doesn't match Dreams from Disneyland Paris, then it's not a good show. Now, Wishes match Dreams, but for me, Dreams at Disneyland Paris is what makes a show. It has everything that you were talking about.
What would say if someone?
I was going to say, what made it so special?
It had a good enchanting story. Peter Pan's shadow escapes and goes and chases everything and chases round, and he gets captured by the villains. I've noticed there aren't many villains around in certain shows these days.
Enchantment has a few.
I was going to say,
Enchantment
and Happily Ever After
I think
both had villain section.
I think the one that has the most villain section is Fantasmic.
Yeah,
it does.
The most, and I have to admit, it's incredible. I'm not sure how they've changed it, what they've done to it, but going back, that was probably the one that I would say has got the most villain section. It has quite a good story, and it focuses on Mickey. It's quite something that I think is a big show at the end of the day, which Hollywood Studios has sorely missed. This past
I think that Peter and Jill might quite like Enchantment, and I hope you get to see it when you're there.
I think
we will. I think
in terms of Dreams, I think it
the show
stands up
has
to
to
that
have
quite
heart.
well.
Yeah. The show has to have heart. It has to have something.
Right.
It has to
that X factor. It has to have that.
To capture,
that thing
and
that none
sometimes
of us
you can
put our
have the
finger
best
on.
show in the world, and it just doesn't have heart. And sometimes it can be not quite as good, but you enjoy it more because it's got that heart.
Yeah.
I
think
agreed.
I when I first heard about Harmonious, I thought the idea of tying in Disney songs from the different countries to the different countries in World Showcase and having them in those languages sounded a really good fit. And I think musically it is a really good fit. But for me, from what I've seen, it kind of stops there. It's like, oh, we've got lots of films set in these countries, and here's what they sound like in their languages. Yeah, lovely. So
what?
yeah.
It
And
sounds like we are listening to Deep Park Radio or the back of a CD and just going, okay, we are listening to this track, then this track, then.
To be fair,
I know a lot of
the version that they had on Disney Plus with the live orchestra and the live singers. If they did that every night, I'd be there. But no, maybe not. But also, it slightly concerns me that there aren't many places that you get a really good view, because
that's the
thing. We know what shape World Showcase Lagoon is. It's been that shape for a long time. And one of the things about the previous shows was that you could stand pretty much anywhere and get a decent view.
Okay.
I see what they were trying to do with Harmonious. They were trying to say that music connects us throughout the world, no matter what language we speak. We know this music, we recognise these tunes, we know these songs. But I don't think it quite managed to explain itself very well.
I agree. I think great concept, didn't quite hit the mark, which is presumably why it's going.
In my opinion, I don't think Enchantment hit the mark for me. I
think, and this is the thing, Ben. I think it's
all a personal opinion, and it depends.
And I think
it's thing you're looking for,
and it completely depends on who you're with, the time you're there, what you're doing, what your day's been like, let alone where you're stood on Main Street and how many stinky people around you, or there's a screaming child, or there's someone with an iPad in front of your head. All of those things stack up to interfere or to enhance your experience depending on when you see it. So actually, everyone has a very individual view in terms of actually that one hit the mark for me on that day, and that's ingrained in my memory forevermore. So actually, I now know that's a show that I enjoyed. Whereas that one, because I was stood next to the Scud missile launcher and I couldn't see anything, is something that I have resigned to the fact that I hate it. Now, it may be when I see Harmonious for a second time, it may grow on me, and I'll be sad that it's going.
Like a fungus.
Yeah. Indeed. Who knows?
I think it actually needed 4 Stargates. It didn't just need the one. It needed 4.
It needed
that would have been better.
Just rotating.
Didn't need the tacos, it just needed 4.
Or make
4
it
screens, north, south, east, and west.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Who knows?
And if they could maybe raise up out of the lagoon for the show and then go back down afterwards.
Well, I don't understand how, I know it's the technology behind it and everything, that they managed every day to get the globe through the bridge, through onto it.
Over there,
Why couldn't there be some way of doing something similar? You could have had a couple of things that are there permanently.
I guess that all the electrics and everything are all wired in, and it's all very. Whereas the barge was just a big globe that they set on fire. Let's face it, it's it was all pyro that came in. It was all.
It had screens on it. It had screens on it.
Yeah.
But
majority
battery operated rather than connected to wires.
Exactly. Who knows? Look, let's wait and see. Maybe when they do the next show in Epcot, they'll add more Stargates and more tacos so more people can see.
Yes.
Do we know?
And then we'll be like, what happened to Harmonious? Bring it back.
Yeah. Do we know if this year's Halloween and Christmas fireworks shows are different?
No, they're the same as they were before the pandemic.
Same as last year. Yeah.
Holiday. And
I think again they've moved on from the Christmas wishes that we saw.
Yeah, we're going to.
It's Halloween. That's like something in the sky.
I don't know.
Spooktacular. That's right.
Yeah.
You've got Jack Skellington, haven't you?
Yeah, and there's a story with Mickey and Minnie, and there's a lot of projections.
Yeah.
I can't remember the ghost dog's name.
Zero.
Yeah. Zero's in the Halloween.
And the Christmas one is Minnie's Merry Time Fireworks.
Yes,
right.
Yeah,
Which is the one that we'll be seeing.
I'm not 100% sure what the story is for that one because the castle was covered in
Christmas.
smoke.
It's Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I recommend
But
not
the
seeing it
fireworks
in
are
the
good.
rain because everything turns to smoke.
Yeah, I've had that.
Okay.
before.
Yes. Yeah.
A dab
Well,
day is not a good day for fireworks.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
No.
Hopefully not.
I wonder
I-
whether we're
yeah.
going to see fireworks, less fireworks in future and more drones. Looking at what's happened at Disneyland Paris with things around Marvel, I want to see how... Because I was very surprised not to see any form of drones used in World Showcase.
I think there's something around the airspace in Orlando. I seem to remember somebody telling me about the airspace issues. So
I thought it was just as long as they're not more than 200 foot tall.
I don't think you're allowed to fly drones in that area.
Right. Yeah.
They flew them at Disney Springs one year.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that was the only time, and then they haven't done since.
that's
Yeah.
true. It's a shame because I think looking at what they've done at Disneyland Paris with Avengers Campus, you just
Absolutely.
see that just looks
Drones would-
incredible.
But then it's quite nice to have something unique.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And I am
maybe
really
the jet
looking forward to
skis will come
Fantasmic coming back. It will be different. I never quite understood the whole Pocahontas thing. I mean, okay, it's Mickey's dream. If Mickey wants to dream about the plot of Pocahontas, he can go right ahead. That's fine. But I gather that it's going to be slightly different now.
Yeah, we have
One thing that
Frozen and
other
Moana.
thing that always puzzled me was why Brer Bear was on the boat. Because the boat comes past and it's all the friends and sidekicks and all the rest of it and good guys. And then you got Brer Bear. Presumably
Oh,
he
Brer
won't
Bear's
be on
just
the barge.
misunderstood. No, he's just
Yeah,
misunderstood.
just,
He's not a baddie.
Yeah.
Brer
right.
Fox was the mastermind behind it
Are
all.
you
Brer
sure
Bear's
it's
just a
Brer
bit
Bear
dim. He
and
saw
not one of
it.
the Country Bear jamborees.
No, it's definitely Brer
It's
Bear.
definitely
It was
Brer
Brer Bear. Yeah.
It wasn't
Brer
the
Bear's
creepy one
harmless.
that
He hasn't got two brain cells to rub together. Don't worry about him. He's not going to
This
do you
is
any
true,
trouble.
yeah.
I wonder whether that will change because of
Yeah.
if they're
do.
moving away from
Get
Splash
rid of
Mountain
Splash
and
Mountain.
Who knows?
that.
Oh, that'd be sad.
Yeah.
I like Brer Bear.
I think
But
everyone knows
then again,
Fantasmic.
the obvious people to be on the barge are Tiana and Lewis and all those characters. So, yeah.
The
We shall find out.
the reason I believe why it had Pocahontas was because that was a big release when the
When
show
it first
launched.
came out.
Yeah. And then Lion King took over it.
Yeah.
They were made at the same time, and Lion King was really successful.
And
And
Pocahontas, less
Pocahontas
so,
did all right for itself.
but less so. Yeah.
Of Gravesend fame.
Yes.
Okay.
She's a local lass.
If we all had
She
to
was
just
a local lass.
say tonight we were all in whatever park you were in, what fireworks show would you want to see? If you could
No time. No, wait. Are
No.
we talking
We
current
don't-
shows?
We can use
or
Claire's-
can we
can
use
we use
Can we
Claire's
use my
time
time
machine?
machine?
Yes, time machine is available for use.
Okay, so-
Time machine, and also you can go anywhere in the world.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Okay.
So we're traveling in time and space
I'm
today.
going to start this off.
I know yours.
Momentous from Shanghai, I think it is.
Okay.
Or is
It's
it Hong
pretty
Kong?
epic,
I
isn't
can't
it?
remember, but it was incredible. It's one of
Is
the.
that the one that Tom felt?
No, he
What's
did
his name,
one
Rose
that did
Musical?
open during COVID that then did.
Okay. From McFly.
Yeah.
Yes. I would do Tokyo Fantasmic.
I was going to say Tokyo Fantasmic.
Sorry.
Ah!
I would do
Oh, well, there
Tokyo
we are.
Fantasmic because it just looks, much as I love Orlando Fantasmic, it just looks a better production. And everything happens on the hat in the middle of the lagoon. And
Yeah.
I
It's
just
kind
wanted
of
to
a cross
correct. Momentous
between-
was actually from Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. But yeah, Fantasmic is not on at Tokyo anymore.
Anymore, no.
They have a new show coming, so by the time we get there, it's going to be a new show. Okay, well, I will go back in time, and as we've talked about it earlier, I'll go back to Dreams in Disneyland Paris, which these days, if I go to Disneyland Paris, we do the fireworks one night. When Dreams was on, we did it every night, even if that was 11 o'clock at night, because it was an absolute must do. Even if somebody was standing next to you blowing smoke in your face, even if you were trying to watch it through somebody's iPad, and 10 people in front of you had kids on their shoulders, I would still be standing there crying my eyes out because it was just absolutely beautiful. It took you away. It was so cleverly done. It was in French and English, so everybody got the idea of what was going on. And you had Peter Pan's shadow escaping and basically meeting up with all these various different characters, and obviously the day being saved at the end. And it was just absolutely beautiful and designed deliberately for Paris, which the current one isn't, and it does make a difference.
Becca?
Wishes.
Wishes.
Normal wishes? Hello wishes?
Normal wishes.
Wishes.
Oh, there was something about Hello Wishes that was also very good.
Hello wishes
It was very good.
and holiday wishes were both really good, but
Holiday Wish is fantastic.
For me, I'm going back to the mid-90s and I'll have Illuminations Reflections of Earth original.
Yeah.
Jim Cummings, Blowing Out the Candle, Each of the Countries, followed by We Go On, Us, the walkout music. It's just so brilliantly, classically Epcot.
I was going to say, it sounds like us. We go on and on and on.
Yeah,
And on and on and on. Yeah.
Yes.
We should have that as our theme tune. We go on.
Yes.
We should have that as our closing credit. It's such a perfectly Epcot experience, which for me is a win every time.
I just wish we got to see the original.
yeah, because by the time we saw Illumination,
You saw it was broken by the time you
It
saw
was
it.
dull,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
dry, it was broken,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the first
Yeah.
time I watched it, I had a sprained ankle.
Right. And if John was here, he would agree with me. I know that.
Yeah.
Or he might choose Fantasmic.
No, I think you might have chosen
No,
wishes.
I think you. I think you.
He did get the wishes t-shirt. Oh.
John, you
No,
need
I
to let
think
us know.
John
We'll have a guess,
would-
and we'll have to let our
And
John.
John will have to tell us.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think John would choose Epcot Forever.
No.
John never saw it.
Oh, he would. Yes, he would. Yes, he
Okay,
would.
so Peter's
No.
gone
Yep.
Epcot Forever. Jill, what do we think John's going to say?
Oh. No, I think Reflections of Earth.
Yeah.
Are we going to put a poll in the Waffler's Arms?
What would John say?
What would John
What
say?
would John say?
It's not what would Walt do, it's what would John
John
say.
did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh my
I
goodness.
think it's going to be Fantasmic. I think I'll say
Yeah.
I reckon he'll say wishes.
Okay.
But
Okay.
the other show that takes me right back in my imagination is as you mentioned, Holiday Wishes. And in particular when Jiminy Cricket says, "From all of us to all of you," I start tearing up. From all of us to all of you, Merry Christmas. And there's a song that played afterwards, which is a big gospel diva belting soul song, Christmas all around us. And that is very, very special to me. And if they don't play that this year, I may be forced to actually walk down Main Street singing it myself.
Just sing it
I
yourself.
have done before.
You won't do it, I will, says Jill, and she's
Yep.
excellent. Look forward to that, Jill.
Excellent.
Peter,
Yeah.
make sure you get it on video.
Yep.
Okay.
Ben, I just remembered there's something we haven't spoken about, which is our new partnership and affiliation
Yes.
with attraction tickets.
Yes, we have.
Mm.
We have affiliation with attraction tickets that if you'd like to go to our website, so if you go to gbmickeywaffle.com/support, there is a link on there to attraction tickets. See, if you go on there, we've partnered up with them because they do some of the best deals on tickets that we found. And
Right.
we've had the best service as well over the years of whether it's been through COVID and lots of things we've had to change plans. I think you can get COVID cover as well and other
You can.
cancellation because you never know. Sometimes you book your tickets quite far in advance. We didn't know what was going to happen.
They're not cheap things to book. Let's face it, they're really expensive. And traditionally, when you buy a park ticket, whether that be Disney or Universal, they are not refundable. And through COVID, I absolutely used attraction tickets every single time, and use their Flex Plus cover, which is I think it's only like £10 per person for the Disney
Not
tickets for an old.
When you
and
think you're spending £500
£100%
tickets.
refundable. 100%, other than the cost of the cover. And we did that probably 3 times where we had cancelled bookings and we bought the park tickets. I'd uploaded them to the app and everything like that. And yeah, it was just a quick phone call and they were refunded. And that, saved us probably thousands of pounds.
Yeah.
So we have partnered up with them because actually we rate them as a company, and we all use them. So why wouldn't we? So
yep, so all you do, if you go to gbmickeywaffle.com/support, just click on the attraction tickets link and it'll take you straight to their page.
But we keep forgetting to mention it because we've been partnered up with them for about a month, and every Wednesday we're like, oh, we need to mention that, and then we forget. So I wanted to make sure we did talk about it today.
And you can also, you don't have to just book tickets, they do more things that, whether it's not just for Florida.
Yeah.
So you can buy tickets for Disneyland Paris or other things as well. I know they also sell
Universal tickets, Busch Gardens.
There are some packages, holidays, and
hotel packages
as well. So just feel free to go over and check them out.
Yeah.
And feel free to go on to the support page and see what other ways you can support us.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And also, you will see the links, if you're watching on YouTube, we have the links to our socials and our YouTube channel. Just so if you're not following us at any of them, make sure you do. Just head over, because you never know what we have coming up next. Because I know throughout December, we have an awful lot planned.
You need to have notifications enabled during December. Just for anyone who knows me, trust me on this.
Especially on our YouTube channel. If you go to our YouTube,
subscribe and have notifications enabled, because you do not want to miss what is coming up in December. We're on TikTok too. Just saying. It's gonna blow your mind. It's gonna be worth it.
Yep.
Wow.
Nothing to do with me.
No.
If that's a teaser, I don't know what is.
Well, that sounds amazing. Can't wait. And it's been a really good chat tonight. We've covered a lot of ground, so I'd like to turn it over to our audience. Guys, is there a favourite app or a website that you use that we haven't mentioned tonight? Do let us know. If you have any special memories of any of the fireworks shows, were they special just because of themselves or because something happened? Maybe you got engaged during a fireworks show. Maybe something, amazing happened. Maybe you bumped into your favourite famous person standing next to you. Do tell us. We'd love to hear from you.
Maybe you bumped into your future person next to you.
Yeah.
Who knows?
So, tell us. Drop us a message. waffleon@gbmickeywaffle.com, or share your thoughts in the Waffler's Arms on Facebook. So, there are lots of ways to get in touch with us. Please do. We'd love to hear from you. And I think with that, there is just one thing left to say.
Waffle on.